you guys? It's Mary.
And Amma.
We invite you guys to like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below, y'all. Because today, you guys, Megan Kunis, the lawyer who was giving us kind of unbiased take on the whole trial. She is a white lady with glasses, and she has the bangs. I think everybody knows who she is. She was on Twitter, really giving updates. Not that shiesty lawyer who's on TikTok, but she actually has come out onto the Law and Crime Network.
The reporter that was there for Tory Lanez.
Yes,
he used to come in with Tory Lanez's attorney and leave when they were leaving. Yeah, yes. So we know he was very biased.
Yes,
acting like he knew it all.
And when his ass was found guilty, he didn't have much to say.
He was so subdued.
He was like, yeah, he gave all the facts, and that video was about 2 seconds long.
And that was it. And he was
I was gone. Like, good. All the haters, y'all can be quiet.
And he was lying too.
He really lied about. I remember when he was talking about the Sean Kelly. He was like, oh my god, this witness was all over the place. Da da da. And then when I read the actual thing from Megan Kunis, I was like, this man just straight up lied. He actually just straight up lied. Yeah. So that's my thing.
So, he was like, oh, they were shooting. He was shooting up in the air.
Yeah.
And all this. I was just like, yeah.
But yeah, Megan Kunis, we do like her. She is unbiased.
Phenomenal job.
She did.
What's the show that she was on?
Law and Crime Network. Yes. So we're going to link that video down below. But she was in there every single day. She was the one on the Twitter accounts giving all the information. Yeah. And she actually came out and talked about the trial.
And apparently she's been reported for like other crimes. So she's
well known and respected.
She's respected, and to give this unbiased view. So.
But yes, you guys, she talked about it and she broke down the whole trial for the most part and everything and stuff like that. And she actually said from the beginning, like by the time the prosecutors gave what was it, their opening statements, she said, why the hell are we here? Bro, you should just take in the plea deal. Because apparently they opened it up with a statement about, that this is about Tory Lanez, that they said they opened up with dance bitch and all that stuff. And they said this is a trial about a man who shot a woman. And then they also played his apology call from the jail. She said she knew from that moment on that it was a wrap. And she was like, I don't know why he's here. The reason why Tory Lanez was there is because he had gone around on this little trial campaign talking about Megan, slaughtering her name, trying to get people on his side and all this stuff, talking his botabata and everything.
Too much to black men.
Yeah, and you will always fail when you do that.
And I'm not talking about the men who have some sense up here.
No, because we don't think all black men are bad, but
just
there's the degenerate ones.
You should have probably spoken to not your father.
No,
even though he's an elder,
he is a degenerate.
You should have gone to other elders. Yes, okay, and talk to them, because she was even saying the older black gentleman who was part of the juror. She wasn't sure. She said he came with something on his head. I wonder if it was a kufi he was
They said
wearing.
that it was actually a mixed jury and everything, but they said there was one black man there in particular.
But when that time came for guilty, she said that was the only one that she was not too sure of.
Because he was wearing shades and stuff like that. And she said sometimes he'll be coughing through the trial or whatever.
Right, at a weird point. And I wonder when she said he has something on his head sometimes.
She said he has some type of head. I don't know if it was a kufi or not.
Something. Maybe he's Muslim.
Or it could have been a Jewish thing. I don't know.
But she said that. But when it came time for him to say whether guilty or not guilty, he very loudly said, "Guilty." To let him know. I mean, bruh, no, you is guilty. Yeah. I've been waiting to say this.
I mean, honestly, I just want to say this just for the people who are still in their delusion. Okay, actually, matter of fact, I just want to break this down because I actually posted what the charges are, and I don't think some of y'all came out of the woodworks or whatever and didn't actually look at the charges. Because when you actually look at the charges, it's very easy to convict him just based off of the basics, really. Because these are the man's charges.
Discharge of a firearm.
Guilty of... Okay, so the charges were discharging a firearm with gross negligence.
Yes.
Sean Kelly has already said this man was waving the gun in the air, shooting people.
Yes.
Okay? He said that Kelly shot... He said that he saw one in the all air, over the place.
Like
guilty. That. You're guilty just based off the man's statement. Gross negligence.
You could have killed them.
Exactly. The second charge was unregistered concealed firearm in a vehicle charge.
And we
He
know
told
that.
the police that it was his gun. It was unregistered. It was in a vehicle.
So,
he
I mean,
can go to
guilty.
jail just based off of the police report. Last charge. Assault with a semi-automatic firearm charge. You
has it
shot
on her
Megan.
leg. The surgeon spoke about this. He removed
It
three
was there.
fragments.
The
There's
bullet
still some
fragments were there. The surgeon was there. So based off of that alone, he can go to jail. We didn't have to go to a trial.
We really didn't have to
So
go to a
for
trial.
y'all to still be in the comment section talking about how there was no facts, wake the hell up and read.
I think that's
Actually
like
read.
and understand.
Read.
It's critical. Well, not be critical thinking. It's just comprehension.
He assaulted
On the
her.
charges.
He shot her. Sean Kelly said he shot her. That girl Kelsey, she said that Megan shot
She did
that
not
Tory
shoot.
shot Meg.
Yeah, she said
it was
so.
all there. He was actually the bodyguard. He was supposed to come in and say that Tory actually confessed to him. So all of that, based off of that alone, use your common sense. It's there. Like all the charges, the man is guilty.
Yeah.
So for y'all talking about facts and DNA, all this stuff,
And why the
based
hell
off of
are
his
you
own words, he can
Yeah.
go to jail.
And why the hell are you calling Kelsey to apologize? Why are you sending a text to Megan after that whole thing? What are you sending a text for? Because you know what you did. You know you've asked them to please be quiet and take this million. So that's why you're calling them.
Yes.
That's why you're sending texts to her.
And also, Tory
Like,
Lanez
come
sat
on.
down with DJ Academics, that dust ball of a man.
Oh my goodness.
And when this whole thing was starting, and DJ Academics said, "Why don't you just come out and say your truth, man? Why don't you just say what it
Exactly
is?"
what
And guess
happened.
what he said? I got 3 words for you: time and place. At the court.
He lives by this rules, time and place. Okay.
Yes,
Well,
but you
time-
were there at the courthouse. You were in your suit.
You were at
You
the
could have
place.
gone there. You
Yes.
didn't testify. When somebody does not testify, they are lying. The thing is, if you have nothing to hide, why not go and talk about it? And then there were some
Megan
people in
did.
the Instagram who were talking about how, it wouldn't have mattered even if he testified. Yes, it would have mattered, because if he actually came out there and said, "This is what happened, I didn't do this, these women are lying on me," whatever, and they really saw that this man seemed like he was truthful, then they probably would have, maybe there would have been a hung jury.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have come back guilty. But he didn't. But he was going around talking about time and place. I'm going to say what I have to say when it's time. The time was to do it before your ass was going to jail. You didn't do it.
You didn't.
So for y'all who are still being delusional, get your shit together. Because the man is guilty.
Yeah.
The facts are there. If you want to be blind and act like a dodo bird, that's your business.
You know something?
But it was there.
Wake
up.
It actually would not have mattered if he had testified.
But things you speak your truth. If you know you're not lying, you know you have nothing to hide. I'm
You
like,
would've
if somebody's
done that.
accusing me of shooting, I'm going to get my black ass up there and I'm going to
Yes.
say my truth.
Yes.
Like, you're not going to sit
And
down
let the
here
chips
and...
fall where they may.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to come out here and, like, discredit my character. You're not going to
Exactly.
sit out here and say these lies about me.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not going to give you that opportunity. I'm
Yes.
going to get up there and I'm going to
Tell my
speak.
truth.
And the
Exactly.
judge gave him plenty of opportunities. He said no. So, if y'all want to sit down there and be like, "Oh, he's guilty. He's the Emmett Till of our generation." Some dumb chick said that on
really
Twitter.
ridiculous, and it's very offensive.
It's very offensive.
Emmett Till was lied on. He was lied on by a Caucasian woman, and it was during that time.
Wasn't he like 14 or something?
Yes, he was very young.
Talking about how he had whistled at her, and this
Tried
was
to
like
do
during
stuff to her,
racism.
and then the next thing you know, and I think it was also during that Jim Crow time too. And this boy was beaten to the point part of his brain was out of his his head.
Yeah.
And the mother allowed them for
Do
it to be an
an open
open
casket.
casket so that people can see
The atrocities.
like the atrocity, just the monsters that did this to her son.
This is a man
and so
who
it
has...
is not the same thing. And
It's
this is
not
someone
at
who
all.
Obviously does not even understand the history, and
it was a black woman who said that on Twitter.
well, we know that a lot of times,
This black male worship can be quite severe in the black community.
yeah. I mean, that's why, I always tell people to go and look up this YouTuber, Cynthia G, and listen to when she talks about the pathology of a black man, because you can really learn a lot about the mindset, and really it would have been great if he had some truth to tell.
Yeah.
For him to actually testify.
But he had none.
No truth to tell. And then the other thing we found out was that it actually doesn't even matter, they said most of the time, in like more than half of the cases, actual DNA is not found. Like if
you watch crime shows, like I am a huge fan of crime shows.
There's no DNA or
you don't need
like that.
DNA. Like it doesn't take a rocket scientist to convict people. You just have to watch maybe like 10 shows, and you will see that most of the time DNA is not even used.
Yeah,
like you don't need DNA to convict somebody,
or it's inconclusive, or it's just not there. They didn't get any DNA,
and it wasn't. They didn't say that there was no DNA. They said it was inconclusive, meaning that there was not enough DNA to actually get a match.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
but this is how they do things in America. You are going to be, judged by your peers, a juror of your peers, which was what happened.
Yeah.
And right there in LA, where this whole thing occurred, and you're found guilty. The phone call, the text, within those 5 minutes that the event happened, Kelsey's text to the bodyguard. Because just as Sean Kelly was saying, he actually thought they were going to take her body and go jump it in the river.
Yes.
That's the thought process he had. The way they grabbed her. First of all, the way they beat her up and then picked her up.
And the Tory Lanez actually had assaulted Kelsey because she was going over there to go help her.
Yes.
And her nails had broken. She had actually said this in September. Had pulled her hair, almost ripped it out of her scalp.
So she had to have thought in that moment, she was so afraid for her life.
She's like,
her and
my
Megan's
God.
life. Because now we are in this car with this man who just
is mentally unstable.
Yes, shot Megan and
just assaulted
me and her.
Yeah.
And he got this driver who is loyal to him.
Yeah.
Like, we're in trouble. In that moment, she texted, help, 911. Tory shot Megan.
Because the thing is, she could have just said help. You know what I'm saying? If she didn't feel like she was in danger. But she wanted there to be evidence that, hey, this is what this guy is doing.
Exactly.
Please send help. We are in trouble. Tory is the enemy now.
Yes, and also probably, maybe she might be thinking, this is her last text.
Yes.
This is her last text.
Let me
at least have this. This is going to be on my phone.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So all of those
and then
things,
even when
like,
she came back to
y'all.
testify the first time, first she had pled the fifth, and then she came back. They said that they could see that she was visibly shaken. She was all over the place. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure he had threatened her or something.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. I feel like
all of that stuff. I mean, the man is guilty. I hope he's sentenced. I think he's going to be sentenced. I actually saw this attorney talk about
1 or 2 years.
2 years. I actually chuckled.
I thought it was so funny.
I don't think he's going to get one. And he says that is if he's even going to be in jail. He actually doesn't think he'll be in jail at all.
They think he'll get probation.
Yes. And I was just like, what?
But people are, they are disappointed
I think
that
it's going to be at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
for sure. I think it's definitely going to be double digits. But I think because so many dust balls are so upset that he's gone to jail, they want to go and give this narrative that, he's not going to jail for that long.
Yeah.
When it comes back that this man has double digits going to jail, I'm going to laugh. And I'm going to sit back here and we'll be giving you guys another video to rub it in your face. Yes, we will.
Yeah, the sentencing is going to be January 27th.
I will be there live.
8:30 in the morning.
Yes.
So, yeah.
The judge is going to be looking at all of his history. Like we said, this man assaulted 2 people. A Love and Hip Hop star. He had beat up August Alsina. And then also the thing is he shot himself in the foot. Like Meg really was not going to say anything. She was going to keep quiet. But you kept on talking Botabata. And then she came out and she exposed you.
Yeah.
And I think the same thing's going to happen with this whole thing. You came out.
Yeah,
no sympathy.
lips.
Your daddy's out there acting like a mother effing degenerate. Talking like some preacher about how our God does not lie. With his short man complex, stomping his feet, raising his hand up in the air, and all this stuff, and talking about how we don't lie and da da da, and let me blame Rock Nation and what did Jay-Z shoot the people? Did Jay-Z carry an unregistered gun? Did Jay-Z shoot Megan? What does that have to do with anything?
About everything
except for his son,
except for what was going on in the trial and what the son did.
Like it was so. It's like this was his moment to say whatever stupid shit he he had to say, and just came out talking about some bota bata.
I was
like, what are you talking about?
Your son was with you at 14. You kicked him out.
Yes, so you actually gave up on him at 14. So please sit your ass down.
He went to a cousin who also let him go.
Yeah.
Had to go to his grandma in Canada. Also let him go. Okay?
So he's been a bad seed for years. Are you really shocked?
And it's like 14 years old. You should not be kicking out your child at 14. I don't care what they do. Like, I mean, you shouldn't be kicking a child out at 14. That's not teenage stuff, you know.
Yeah.
That we were talking about yesterday. With
Omar Stoudemire
punching his daughter allegedly in the jaw for having an attitude as a teenager. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you guys have to start reading, like, parenting books, you know, so you can know the stages that this child is at and what they're going to be doing. Yeah. That will take some parenting book, some child psychology book that you just take your time to read before the child gets to that age. Yeah. But you're the father. You kicked your own son out at 14.
And now you're shocked that he's on this path in life?
He has these issues. He continues to have these issues as an adult. Yeah. And his tail is 30. It's kind of, I almost want to say it's kind of too late now for him to change. He's 30 years old. All that stuff has all been infested in there.
But my thing also, the daddy is not aware. And he also is not accountable. And that's when I saw that, I said, now I see why Tory is the way he is. Yeah. The father is not accountable. You're sitting down there blaming everybody else except for yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, if my child has shot somebody, I'm not championing for them not to go to jail. You should go to jail because you literally, I have sat down here, I raised you to be the person that I know you should be, and you have now gone and shot somebody. I don't know you. I'm not going to trial. Don't call me. I'm not putting money on your books. You did this. You are going to have to face the repercussions. Yeah. Like, you have to be held accountable. But the fact that the daddy was so hell-bent on... You shot a woman. A black woman. You
could have killed her.
You could have killed other people in the residency.
You could have killed her. You also could have killed your bodyguard. You could have killed Kelsey because they were all there.
You could have shot Sean Kelly waving in the air. Yeah. Negligence.
Acting the plum fool. So, no.
Why? Because she said that your music stuck and a white rapper put you on? Really?
I don't actually care what she said. Like, people can say a whole bunch of things.
You don't get out a gun and shoot people.
Words don't physically impact you.
No.
And, I mean, you got to get yourself to a point where words don't emotionally impact you either. Yeah. You know, no matter what someone says. Does that warrant you to take out your unregistered gun? Like, I mean, all those charges, those 3 charges there was no need for a trial, really. No, because all of those, he was guilty of all 3 of that. And I'm happy that the prosecution did not try to overreach.
Yeah, I'm glad they did.
They tried to overreach, you know what I'm saying, and say something. So
I mean, Megan Kuna, she was like laughing about the whole thing. She's like, "Why are you?"
I swear she
heard the phone call. She's like, "Why are you even here?"
It's like a plea deal. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
But no, because the thing is, he had played this in the public, and the thing is, the public it actually doesn't matter what the public has to say at all, because the jury are who's going to put you in jail.
It's a lot of these delusional black men who were there. Taunting you on and
also these delusional black women
remember how they did with Kanye and he was at the Drake Jumps and they're championing him
just
and
he don't wear a White Lives Matter shirt
and he don't realize that this is not most of the public. And by the time it was over for him.
I mean, black people are black people are like 5% in America. We're less than the Asians.
It's even less.
We're less than the Asians.
So sometimes you gotta go out and see what other people
that still
are
blows my mind.
You know, you can't just be around so these delusional men like championing you and stuff.
I mean, they were championing for him so hard.
Especially when you have things like phone calls, you got text. You should have kept your mouth shut, like really shut. Like what you were trying to say to DJ Academics, time and place. It was not the time and not the place. But this judge, he's going to go listen to all his music that he has made since the shooting. Yes. He's going to go. He is going to surround himself with all the information. Yes. About Tory Lanez.
Yes.
I
cannot wait. I'm so excited.
That's what he gonna do.
I'm very excited
and
about
then
this.
He's going to look at the whole thing and look to see this man has had zero remorse.
Yes.
He has had 2.5 years of acting the plum fool. That's why there's no way he's giving him less than 2.5 years.
Megan Kunin also said that she
done nothing. What did she say?
Megan Kunin also said she was shocked that the family was shocked that he went to jail. She said, she said based off the facts and the evidence. So even the judge, if she's thinking that, I can only imagine how the judge felt when you got your short, raggedy ass up and started talking about wicked system and this, that, and the third. Talking about this is the worst injustice that our generation has ever seen.
I think the father has done him a disservice. Especially for the sentencing. The father
right after
a disservice because he was acting. There's no remorse. There's no accountability. You're calling them evil. You're blaming them. So he's going to be like, oh, okay.
So this the apple don't fall far from the tree.
I'm
sure he said that.
There's no remorse. There's no accountability. And he's going to listen to everything that the father said, blaming everybody but his son.
Like, where did Jay-Z come from? I just want to... And then he did not even state
the stepmom trying to talk about Beyonce, you have children.
You have children! You have children! God is watching!
God was watching. That's why you got the guilty verdict. I mean, I
thought it was so stupid. And then she was there with her afro. I was like, why? Why?
What does your afro sister have to say?
I know. I'm like, why are you here with this degenerate short man? Like, they're championing for him. God is watching. He's watching. You're gonna go to jail.
And then the other thing, you have what was heartbreaking? The young child. I don't know.
They messed with my brother.
Reputation.
I was like,
your brother did not think about his reputation.
When he was shooting black women.
About his brand. When he packed the unregistered firearm and put it in the car.
My thing is this
to go to a party. And he got security and a driver.
My thing with this whole victim mentality that black men continue to do, and it's not all black men, but just the degenerate ones. You know what I'm saying? That they continue to have this victim mentality. Oh my! And then even the father was talking about how your brown and black sons have been done dirty. My thing is you can't put yourself in a position to go to jail. You actually can't. If you put yourself in a position...
Especially if you're black or brown.
Yes. And you go and you shoot a black woman. Like, the thing, she actually tried to save your ass.
She did.
And there's no gratitude. There's no humility.
But she saved him from being shot. Because that day, if I were her, I would have just been like... He actually shot me.
He shot me. Please, let me go in your car. Please. But there's a gun in the car. I am wounded. You see my feet are leaking. Please.
It's not glass.
It's not glass. Please go arrest him.
Yeah.
But put me in your car first.
Yes.
Sati sana. That would have been me. I would hold on to the police officer like.
I know.
I've been shot.
I've been shot.
He shot me. He told me dance, bitch. I'm sorry. I am snitching. I don't give a damn. You shot me.
Take $1 million. So be very careful. He might still be armed. There's a gun. I mean,
are you going to jail? No, I'm not sparing you. No,
and I really hope
women take this lesson
and don't be out here.
Stop sparing these fools.
Chances. Did you hear the story we did about Faith Green? You cannot give these men chances.
I'll link that below
watch our
too.
Video about Faith Green giving chances to these men. Do not give chances to an abuser.
Yeah.
Don't give any chance at all. It doesn't matter if he has your same... For the fact that he has your same skin color, he really should not be doing anything awful to you. And the fact that he does, it's even more imperative that you point the finger at him.
I think as black women collectively, when a black man does something wrong to you, hold them accountable. Take it all the way. Take it all the way.
A black man.
As Especially
because
nobody holds them accountable. I
they're
feel like
supposed to be our brothers, right?
they're supposed to be our protectors, our providers, all that
so
stuff.
I'm sorry if they do it. Yes, you really need to make sure.
Absolutely, and then also the thing is, what I thought was so degenerate is that black men were coming into our comment section, being shady, saying all types of stuff, and then even this one man was talking about how we handled it.
Heard it.
We have not heard from those dust balls either. Mm-mm. But one was like, oh, because we said the chickens are coming home to roost. He said, yes, the roosters, the chickens are the black men, and that's because we done with y'all.
Oh my goodness!
You can look at the the NBA and see that it is swarmed with biracial kids. Yeah. So you cannot tell me that black men have been down there with black women.
I know.
It has to be like that for decades. So you saying that, oh, we're finally done with y'all. Let me clap my 2 feet in the air and let me do the Carlton dance. It was just degenerate at this point.
But
and it was laughable.
Interesting that he takes the female part of the chicken. He doesn't want to be the rooster.
Yes.
That was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It ran away from the responsibility of the rooster.
Yeah, very interesting.
And put himself as a chicken.
As a woman.
And as a baby. The chicken is even the baby.
Yes, Kidoko.
Yes. That he put his as that, as in the black man and the chickens. That is laughable.
And then most of them came in here not even speaking English, no call-ins, no commas, nothing.
Comprehension.
And then even one of them was called bandits. I was like, bruh, please. I mean, that's some poetic justice.
That was actually quite funny. I was like, wow, you're calling yourself what
a bandit.
Really are. That was really very funny.
So, at this point, I think black women need to stand up for themselves.
And I think they are.
But there's still some of those women who are still championing for black men like this man was done wrong.
You know what I think it is? I think there are some older women in my generation, the generation prior to me, like the Gen X, the baby boomers, a few millennials. But what I'm seeing, millennials, generation... Gen Zs like yourself, they are really awakening, which is awesome. We need to get to the place only men need apply. Like men need apply. You have to step up to the plate.
I think it's a disservice.
And we have to require them to step up to the plate because only then can, our community really stand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to hold them to the fire, and we cannot be cuddling anybody anymore. We just cannot.
And then also I feel like the whole covering of the black man, I don't think it does them any good because they just spit on it. Yeah. They disrespect you. Like, it's mainly black men who have come out on these podcasts and are shitting on black women. Yeah. And saying that, oh, they're not this, they're not that, and all this stuff, and then just talking down to them. But then when this man shoots a black woman, you guys want us to sit up here and basically bash Megan and sit down here and not hold him accountable. Yeah, but you guys are calling us everything except for a child of God in your little podcast. Yeah. And they come in our comment section with the harassment. With the harassment.
I know.
So at this point,
I love the fact that women are
waking up,
and there's a lot of unity that's happening with the young women. And don't worry, young women. The elders, we will come along. We will come along because we see what you're doing. We love what you're doing. We're happy that you're not taking the foolishness and buying this narrative that we have been sold. We were sold this narrative
by the black man.
So
yeah. And also, I just want to close out with this one statement that they say that they're the victims in society. If black men are victims in society, what are the women? Because we have to deal with it out there, and then we have to deal with the abuse from the black man in the home.
Yes.
So who really is the victim?
Black man.
Exactly. So who's really the victim? Can we just think about ourselves for once?
But in spite of that, we continue to thrive, and we continue to work. We continue to get our education.
Yes.
We continue to push forward.
Yes.
We continue to deal with the black man leaving his responsibility and us being single mothers and still striving our best.
Yeah.
To make it work. Yeah. Having to go out of our femininity.
Yeah.
To to kind of embrace more of our masculine energy, especially when we're raising our sons.
Well, we really deserve to have a soft life. We really deserve it. Like, black women in general deserve to be able to be...
your drama and the black man's problems. Like, I don't want to hear.
Like, how do you proudly claim that you are a victim as a black man?
You're
like,
not
that's
the only
disgusting
one,
to me.
You're not the only man on earth who has had problems.
Like, wake up.
And you need to, then, okay, you've had problems. So what? Fix it. That's what we expect from men.
Exactly.
Fix it.
Exactly.
You have problems? Really? It's a problem?
We don't expect you to sit down
There's
and
a
nest.
history and all this stuff happened to you, buck breaking, whatever. Okay. While we acknowledge it,
yes.
How are you going to fix it?
And move forward.
Because you know something, no one is coming to help you fix it.
No.
And that should be your mindset. Not, oh, black woman, please come help me fix it. No.
Yeah.
You should take it on yourself to fix your own problem.
Facts.
Whatever you've gone through, whatever, you fix it. When we see you fixing it, you don't have to tell us to come. That is if there's any of us left.
Yes. Because, I am a strong believer in finding love where you find it. I'm not somebody that's going to sit down here and wait for a black man to go marry. I am open to all races. Yeah. And I think all women should. I don't think you should. Like Taraji P. Henson. Like this woman, she can literally have a beautiful love with somebody else.
God,
but I think she is waiting on a black man. And I think it's foolish.
Keeping hope alive.
It's so dumb. Like if a white man comes and he decides he wants to love you and all of your just love you just for who you are, then that's awesome. If it's an Asian man, that's awesome. If it's somebody Hispanic, who's Indian, that's awesome. If it's Hispanic, that's awesome.
Native American, all of them.
And if it's a good black man, that's awesome too. But I mean, like to sit down there and say that I'm going to sit down and wait just because of somebody's race, I think it's stupid. Because maybe your soulmate is not black. And maybe God has somebody for you. I mean, there's somebody that we follow, Fumi. She said she used to be there hoping and hold on to a black man.
What's her channel?
I don't know. I just Fumi Nation.
Vold.
Yeah.
Vold, yes.
We love her.
Love her. Love
her.
The story. Yes, that she was waiting for this black man.
She was waiting for a black man.
Her husband happened to be white. Yeah.
And he loves her in all of her beauty and loves her for who she is.
Yeah.
And I think black women, we should wait on our perfect love
that
and
God is has given to us. Because God doesn't not see color show up like you.
Exactly.
You know what? But what are you going to tell God? Oh,
no, thank you.
I don't want that blessing.
No.
I'm going to sit here and wait for struggle love.
Stupid.
Okay.
Don't wait for struggle love, ladies.
No.
Find your perfect person.
Yeah.
And whatever shade he may be.
Yeah. And he might find, and he will find you, actually.
If you're patient.
Just focus on you.
Yeah.
And the person who's meant to be for you will show up.
Yeah. But that's it, you guys. It's Mary.
And Amma.
You guys a like,
subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below.
Bye.
Bye.